Hi, this is Adam from Maker channel. Today I will be demonstrating a quick way to sculpt and color this Pokemon character Gible in Zbrush. I think this character is a good subject to demonstrate both the hard and soft modeling techniques, as the character appearance contains both of the elements. We start the whole process by using a sphere as a base form. Use smooth brush to manipulate and pull out the volume. The biggest tips here is to enable the AccuCurve setting in the curve panel, so that when pulling the form, it will generate a pointy tail effect. Next, append a sphere on the base model that we just created. Use the move brush to shape up the profile referring to the reference image. You can use the move brush to pull and make the top portion shape to conform to the bottom portion of the models. Want to create a sharp edges effect? Use then standard brush on the area that you want to highlight. In this point, you might realize one of the methods I often use to build this model is by combining separate pieces of basic form to generate a more complicated final piece. By doing this, it's much easier for me to understand and will not waste time on planning and distributing the polygon compared to the usual pulling polygon from the base model method. So once all the pieces are done, you can then weld them together seamlessly by using Dynamesh. It's also much easier for me to tweak on the models if suddenly I decided to adjust on a certain part of the models while the models are not well together in one piece. I use panel loop to form and split the panel line using the panel loop option in the geometry tab. Basically, it's a function that splits the different polygroups into a panel with thickness. Adding the headpiece, arm, legs with the same basic form method that I mentioned. You can simply build one side and mirror to the other side. Enable the AccuCurve again in the curve panel to get the pointy finger result. Actually, the snake brush will also work. It can create a longer pulling effect, but I found AccuCurve works better in this case. Insert a sphere, duplicate and deform the shape, and use it as his eyes. Come back to adjust the side profile to match the reference photo. Using the trim dynamic to further define the form of the headpiece. It is one of the most used brush that we often use to create a large, smooth surface with a hard edges. Now I'm using the slice curve brush to split the model into different regions of polygroups to create the mouth. Delete the midsection, cap and close the model. This way I can easily create the mouth area. Actually, you can easily achieve this by overlap and pulling with a different piece of model. Use then standard brush to define the ridge line of the bodies. Now, we start work on the inner mouth structure, tongue and teeth. We can simply create an inwards concave by masking the midsection of the mouth area, put it back, left click while holding shift to smooth out the polygon tension. Slightly pull the midsection inwards to create the throat structure. See how easy it is to create a tongue with a separate sphere? Just slightly deform the sphere and use a then standard brush to do the soft define line in the middle. Use then standard brush here to define the line around the jaw. In this stage, I decided to split the model into a different poly groups as I can easily isolate different regions for polypaint in the later process. Now, use the sphere insert brush to append few sphere to create the teeth. Again, enable the AccuCurve setting in the curve panel to pull out and sharpen the pointy little teeth. Now, I'm masking and splitting the poly groups into different color regions so that I can apply color on all these different regions much easier. Once I have all the regions split, I can easily hide those areas that you don't want to apply poly paints. Then unhide the rest of the model to apply a different color. Other than using the fill-in object to apply an overall black color tone, I'm also using the basic standard brush to apply the color to the models. We just need to turn off the Z-Add tab to disable the sculpting function. Now, you can use the standard brush just like any other color brush to apply gradient to your models. Finally, it's time to do the final adjustment on the general form, scale, and details. And once all the things are done, we will Dynamesh the model to convert it into a single piece model. As usual, use the decimation master to reduce the poly count to an acceptable number. Then we are good to go and ready to send this model to a slicing process. By the way, I'll be giving this Pokemon Gible model away for free. You can find it below the YouTube description. I will also giving out printable 3D models that I made in the video in the future. Please subscribe and get more of my free models. Here is the printout and color finish model. Please subscribe and like my videos if you want to see more. Thank you and see you in my next video.